Hi, I'm Sarah with White Peony Acupuncture, and today I am going to instruct you how to do self-moxa at home to strengthen your immune system. The Yellow Emperor's Classic, or the Huangdi Jing, tells us that someone with strong anti-pathogenic qi will be able to ward off pathogenic invasion or viral infection. However, someone with weak anti-pathogenic qi will likely succumb to those illnesses. So anti-pathogenic qi is basically our immune system. In medical studies, moxa has been proven to improve the immune system by increasing the circulating white blood cells, macrophages, and phagocytic cells, which are the cells that engulf the dead, dying, or injured cells. Think Pac-Man. So our increased immune system by the effect of moxa will help us to ward off pathogenic invasion like viral infection. This is also actually very helpful for allergies. One point that you should add for allergies is governing vessel 14. That is a point that is on the spine just underneath cervical vertebrae 7, which is right here. So if you follow the very tops of the shoulders straight inward, you'll be at C7. It's right at the bottom of that vertebrae, between the vertebrae of C7 and T1. That's a great point for allergies as well as heat in the lungs. So what other points do we want to use to improve the immune system in general? So we will do moxa to support the qi in our lung, large intestine, stomach, spleen, sanjiao, and kidney meridians primarily. Maybe not all of them, depending on what's going on with you. But those are the primary meridians that support our immune system. The kidneys are associated with our adrenals and our deep energy reserves. The spleen and stomach are associated with digestion and our ability to assimilate nutrients, which of course makes us the strongest person that we can be. That strengthens our qi on a deeper level. And the lung meridian has to do with our superficial circulating anti-pathogenic qi, called the wei qi in Chinese medicine, or our protective qi. And of course we want to strengthen our lungs so that they are supported to fend off a viral invasion. So first let me explain the points. We are going to do Ren 12, which is halfway between where the ribs come together. The end of the sternum is the xiphoid. At the very end, we have that little triangle where our ribs come together. So the point Ren 12 is halfway between the belly button and the tip of the xiphoid process here. So Ren 12 is actually a great immune boosting point. It really is a lung point in many ways. And then we will also do, if we're really fatigued and we want to support our adrenals, we'll do Ren 12, which is 3 inches below the belly button. So when we're locating these points, I'm giving you the classical definition of the point, but that is just to be used as a guide. When we're locating the points, which are at different places on every body, we want to find the place where there is a sensation of a sinking of the qi, or the skin is softer, or there's a deepening of the skin or the energy there. So really feel around and try to find the point where you feel like you can intuitively feel like that's the point, that's where you need the moxa. So again, the points I'm describing are just guidelines. So we have Ren 12 and Ren 4 on the abdomen. We have Sanjiao 4, which is a point on the outside of the wrist. Now this is a point to strengthen what's called the 3 jiaos. So it kind of encompasses all of the organs and harmonizes all of the organs and their communication between each other. So the left Sanjiao 4 is a great immune boosting point. So it is right here in this dip where these fingers come together. If you follow them down, boom, there's a point right there. You can see it right there. So it's just pop over this ligament here, and it's in this depression right there. That is Sanjiao 4, and we use the left. Then we use stomach 36, which is on the shin bone just beneath the knee and the kneecap. So it is 3 inches, or what's called sun. Sun is, we can basically equate it to inch, but it's based off of every individual body's measurement. So if you measure your finger width right here, this is a good measure of 3 inches. So We look underneath the kneecap here, right where these big depressions under the kneecap, those are called the eyes of the knee. So put your finger there in the outside, and then 3 inches underneath that, you will find stomach 36. It is right on the highest part of the muscle there. So that's stomach 36, which is one of the most powerful points on the body. It greatly strengthens the immune system and our anti-pathogenic chi. And then to complement stomach 36, we'll do spleen 3 or 4. But I say 3 or 4 because it's really where you find the greatest depression in your body. So it's basically here in the arch of the foot, just here inside the bunion. You'll run your finger up here into above the arch, and this is spleen 3. This is spleen 4, so wherever in here you feel the greatest depression, that's where you'll put the moxa. Again, the spleen is really even more in charge of digestion than the stomach is. So that's a great point to help us assimilate nutrients and help our overall energy in our immune system. Then we also have kidney 3, which is right here, directly behind the medial malleolus, halfway between the medial malleolus and the Achilles tendon, and that big depression right there. So the kidneys are really great to support our adrenals. So if fatigue is a part of your presentation, you'll definitely want to focus on kidney 3. If fatigue is not necessarily a part of your presentation, you can avoid that one. However, if you do have a big depression there, that indicates that that's likely a good point for you to use. And finally, we might want to do a lung point. So lung 7 is a great one to strengthen the lung chi and the circulating chi. So actually a good way to find it is if you link your hands together with the web between the thumb and index finger, and then you see where your index finger comes. It's actually right where my rubber band line was there. So where that finger falls points to where lung 7 is. So it's actually right along the bone here. You find that point where it dips in a little bit, and then you can even roll inside just a little, and you'll feel a nice depression there. So those are the points that we want to do moxa on. So we have Ren 12 and Ren 3 on the abdomen, Ren 4, pardon me. Then we have stomach 36 here, just underneath the kneecap, 3 inches under the kneecap. We have somewhere between spleen 3 and spleen 4, and we have kidney 3. We also have Sanjiao 4 and lung 7 right there. So I'm going to demonstrate how to use moxa now. So we take it out of our moxa box, we pop off one little cone of moxa. I'll do it on Sanjiao 4 here. So we find the depression, pop on the moxa-cone, and light it at the top. We're just trying to light the paper. Now it's best to do this once or even twice a day if you can, ideally in the morning or midday, because it might be stimulating, so it might cause some difficulty sleeping, but it might not for you, so you can play around with it. So once or twice a day is ideal. If not, 2 or 3 times a week is okay. So you'll let it burn down until you feel the heat, and you want to sit with the heat, but if it's too powerful, then you'll want to pop it off and just drop it into a little cup of water or an ashtray. And the sensation or lack of sensation of heat is going to tell you how many cones to do on that point. 1 or 2 is probably fine to do on each of the points, and you'll do this laying down so that you can just be relaxed. However, if by the end of the first cone it's getting too hot and you have to take it off, then probably 1 is all you need. If it's not hot, then you'll want to do 2. If the second one doesn't get hot, then you'll want to do 3. But probably 1 or 2 is going to be fine on each of the points. And I hope that this helps in your journey to wellness and keeping yourself and your family healthy. So this box should last you a while. I do want to mention that it comes with these little foam pads, which I never ever use. If it does turn out that on every point these are getting too hot before it burns down, then you might want to use these between the moxa-cone and your skin. But like I said, I've never had to use them. So good luck. Please reach out with any questions. I hope you all stay well and healthy. When you're done, we'll just pick it up by the base and drop it into an ashtray. Okay, thank you so much. Take care.